Hello and welcome back to Basics, a special video series where we break down concepts into easy sizable chunks so that you can easily understand them. The subject for the day is logical reasoning and the topic for the day is syllogisms. In the previous video we saw the conceptual aspect of syllogisms. We looked at various conditions which we need to study in syllogisms. Let's quickly take a recap of those conditions, and today we are going to practice some questions. So we are going to do 8-10 odd questions, and that would help you understand the concept even more better, like even with even more clarity, right? So that is the agenda for this particular video, and I hope you all find this useful. So let's quickly go through the concepts very quickly and then solve these questions. Let me just take you to the conditions. So we saw the first condition, sum A or B. The Venn diagram is drawn somewhat like, okay, somewhat like this. If this is A, this is B, this is an overlap which suggests some A or B. Simple. Okay, now we have no A or B. You draw an A, you draw a condition, and then you draw a B. That means no overlap between A and B. All right. Then we have all A or B. You draw an A, encircling it, you draw a B, which represents that all of A lies within B. Then we have only a few A or B. Now this is similar to sum, but the only condition is that here the sum not condition is also true. That means only a few A or B. That means there are some A which are not B. So you draw it similar to your sum A or B, but you just shade it or mark it in a different way. Then the next one is only A or B. Now in the last class we understood how only A or B can be converted to all B or A, but with a asterisk, but with a condition. If you don't understand what this is, go check out the previous video, the first one, Introduction to Syllogisms, and you will understand what I'm trying to say here. So this is how you draw it. You draw a B and you draw a encircled boundary around it, and then you draw an A, right? This is only A or B. Then lastly, you have some A or not B. So you draw an A, you cut out some portion of A and mark it as not going to overlap with B. So this part of A would not overlap with B. So these were the 6 conditions which we saw. Based on these, we are going to solve some questions very quickly today. So get your pen and paper handy and solve them with me. I'll give you 15-20 seconds to solve them, and then I'll solve them for you. So that is the plan for the day. Let's begin without any further delay. All right, so these were the questions which we practiced in the previous class. In today's class, we are going to practice a new set of questions. So let's begin. Okay, the first question, all tubes are cubes. No cube is the sky. No bird is the sky. So we have 3 statements. Based on that, we have 2 conclusions. No tube is the bird. All birds being cubes is a possibility. And we have 5 options. Only conclusion 1 is true. Only conclusion 2 is true. Neither 1 or 2 are true. Both 1 and 2 are true. And lastly, either 1 or 2 are true. So this is how the pattern is going to be like for the next 10 questions as well. Let me solve the first one for you very quickly, and then maybe we can solve them together. Okay, the first statement is all tubes are cubes. So I draw tubes, around it I draw cubes. So all tubes are cubes. No cube is the sky. So no cube is going to overlap with sky. All right. No bird is the sky. So we don't know the relationship between bird and this particular circle. So we'll draw it like this. No bird is the sky. All right, let's check out the conclusions. No tube is the bird. Yes, that would be true. If no cube is the bird, then no tube is also the bird. Okay, this is something which we cannot determine. So if we cannot determine it, we would not mark it true. We can only mark a conclusion true if we can determine it. That no tube is the bird. Can we say no tube is the bird? This is tube, this is bird. No tube is the bird. We can't really say. I mean, there can be an overlap like this. So can't really say, and this conclusion would not follow. All birds being cubes is a possibility. All birds being cubes is not a possibility because birds cannot overlap with the sky and cubes cannot overlap with sky. So your birds cannot come here. It cannot be a possibility. All birds being cube is not a possibility. So none of them follow, which means option number C becomes the correct answer. Okay, so this is how it goes. It's very simple. Let's do the next one. I'll give you guys 15 seconds. Very quickly, do it with me. No dancers are actors, some actors are artists, no artist is artisan, some artists are not dancers is the first conclusion, some artisans are not actors. is the second conclusion. We got to be very fast with these. Okay, time's up. So, no dancers are actors. Okay, some actors are artists. So, we'll mark artists like AR. Okay, some actors are artists. Then we have no artist is artisan. No artist is artisan. So, let's mark them as AST. Okay, so this cannot happen. All right, some artists are not dancers. Okay, so we have no dancers are actors, and some artists overlapping with actors. Okay, some actors are not, no dancers are actors. Okay, this is first. It's called as ACT. Some actors are artists, some actors are artists. No artist is an artisan. All right. So some artists, which is artist, this is your actors, this is artists. Some artists are not dancers. Some artists are not dancers. Yes, these are the artists which are not dancers because they overlap with actor. So this is going to be true. Some artisans are not actors. These are artisans. Some artisans are not actors. Can we say this? I don't think so. We don't have the relationship between artisans and actors. So, can't say this. Cannot be determined. So, only the first conclusion follows. It's going to be option number A. Okay, let's do the next one. All rivers are seas, all lakes are seas, some seas are not oceans. There are two conclusions. Let me draw this again. Okay, let's do it. So all rivers are seas. We draw our rivers, and then we draw all rivers are seas. Okay, all lakes are seas. So there can be two possibilities. Lakes can be inside rivers or lakes can be outside rivers. We'll draw it outside. So all lakes are seas. Some seas are not oceans. So some seas, we mark some seas as this, and this is not oceans. Okay, cool. Some rivers are not lakes. Some rivers are not lakes. Can we say this? That some rivers are not lakes? No, we can't say this. Even if we draw lakes inside the R, then all lakes would be rivers. And even if we draw it outside, then all rivers would be lakes. So some rivers are not lakes cannot be a possibility, which is directly visible. So we cannot conclude this. Some oceans may not be seas. Some oceans may not be seas. Some seas are not oceans, so some oceans may not be seas. Would be correct. This would be correct, right? The second conclusion would follow because of this particular statement. So that means only conclusion 2 follows, which means option number B would be the correct answer. Okay, let's move to the next one. No wire is pin, some pins are mugs. Okay, we draw a wire. No wire is pin. Some pins are mugs. Cool. All mugs being wires. Okay, all mugs being wires is a possibility. No, it's not a possibility because this part of mug is going to overlap with pin, and pin cannot be wire, so this is not a possibility, right? Some mugs are not wires, some mugs are not wires. Yes, at least this part of mugs we can say is not wires, so this is going to be true, which means only two follows, option number B. Okay, simple. Let's do the next one. Question number 5. All radios are electric goods. Okay, all radios are electric goods. Cool. All table lamps are electric goods. Let's draw table lamps like this. All table lamps are electric goods. Some radios are table lamps. Some radios are table lamps. True. Some table lamps are radios. Some table lamp are radios. Also true. Both the conditions, even if you draw table lamp inside, would be true. So that means both of them follow, which means option number E would be the right answer. This was a simple one. Let's do another one. Question number 6. No man is a monkey, John is a man. Let's do it very quickly. Giving you guys 10 seconds. Follow along. Okay, we draw a man. No man is a monkey. John is a man. Okay, so John lies within man. John is a man. John is not a monkey. That is true because no man is a monkey. John may or may not be a monkey. No, we should know for sure that John is not a monkey. He cannot, he maybe also cannot be a monkey. So only the first conclusion is true, which means option number A. Okay, simple. All right, so let's do the next one. Question number 7. Now we have an only question. Interesting. So we'll convert this. Only first divisioners are admitted. All admitted are first divisioners. Let's call them FD. Ram is a first divisioner. So all admitted are FD. Okay, so we'll draw an admitted, and around that we'll draw an FD, and we'll draw this boundary. Ram is a first divisioner. So let's put Ram somewhere here because he cannot associate with admitted. Ram is admitted. Only Ram is admitted. Okay, let me check this again. Only first divisioners are admitted. We converted it to all admitted are first divisioners. Ram is a oh, then we'll draw Ram inside. No, my bad. Ram is a first divisioner. So yeah, Ram is admitted is true. Only Ram is admitted, that we cannot say. So only the first one is going to be true, which means option number A. Okay, let's move to the next one. Men are sinners, saints are men. Okay, so whenever you have such type of questions, you can assume an all. Don't assume a some, don't assume anything else. You'll assume it as all. That all men are sinners, all saints are men. Okay, same for conclusions as well. So all men are sinners. You draw men, you draw sinners. All saints are men. Okay, so saints would be inside this. All saints are men. Saints are sinners. Saints are sinners is true. Sinners are saints. Okay. Now, in conclusions, sinners are saints would be correct because you can see that these are sinners, all of these are sinners, and there are saints within it. So, this would be correct. So, in statements, you will assume this all. In conclusion, you would not. Okay. So, that means both are correct. That means option number E would be the right answer. Let's do one more question. No water is air, no fire is water. Okay. No water is air, no fire is water. Cool. No air is fire. No air is fire. Can we say that? Not really. We can't say that. All fire is air. All fire is air. We can't say that. We don't have any relationship between air and fire. We only have a relationship between water and air and fire and water. So none of them follow, which means option number D would be correct. Okay, last question. 10th question, last question for the day. Some balls are bats, no bat is a wicket. Okay, so we draw balls. Some balls are bats, and no bat is a wicket. Some wicket are not ball. Some wicket are not ball. Okay. No, the flip is correct. Some ball are not wicket, we can say, but we cannot say that some wickets are not ball because wickets could, you never know, but in between this as well. So can't say all wickets being ball is a possibility. Let's draw wickets inside ball. And no bat is a wicket. No bat is a wicket. So yeah, it is a possibility. All wickets being ball is a possibility, which is true. So second one is true, which means only conclusion 2 follows, which means option number B. So these were 10 practice questions to further your understanding of the concept of syllogisms. If you like this video, do share it with your friends, do drop a like, and we'll have another practice session next Wednesday on the same topic with even more difficult and different questions on syllogisms. So keep practicing, and I'll see you all in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Signing off.